Resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is The Week in Geek with David D. Squared and Brian Held. Heard live on News Talk 99.5 WRNO and the iHeartRadio app. Here are your hosts, Brian Held and D. Squared.
Greetings, people of Earth. This is The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared with
Brian Held.
Brian Held. How the hell are you, buddy?
Man, it's been a busy weekend.
Has it? Has it really?
Yeah, well, first
Don't lie.
Yes, I want to say thanks to the folks out at the St. Tammany Collectors Con for having us out there like they've had for the past couple of times.
They are really crushing it, man. If people didn't make it out there, they really did themselves a disservice.
1,500 people that were at the event.
Jesus, that many?
Yes.
$3 a pop, man. You can't beat that kind of door.
No. There we are. It's a great day for $3, and you see a lot of cool stuff. A lot of great comic books and toys and all that stuff. So that was yesterday during the day, and then I ran out to the Wayward Kraken in Biloxi and said hi to those guys out there for a minute. And then
you out there for some choo-choo train festival or something?
Yeah, they had the second annual Wild West fundraiser for the Mississippi Train Museum.
Wow.
So,
Look at you. All right, well, let's lay out the show real quick. As always, we'll open the show with top nerd news. Then we have some lovely guests in studio, Brian.
What? You missed Skungy, though.
Who cares? I did that on purpose.
All right, fine. Well, then we'll have our guests. The Consortium of Genius are here taking over the airwaves. And they're going to, of course, be performing next Friday at our big party.
They are?
Yes.
Well, look at that. Learn something new every day.
Yes, and then we'll close out the show as we always do with This Week in Geek History.
All right, and no Skungy, right?
Yes, we're going to have Skungy. Come on.
Damn it. And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world, brought to you by the Viridian Tea Company. Find them on Etsy. And now, your top nerd news stories. So another one of those indie movies crashed the box office again.
Are you talking about SuperCon?
Yes, I am, actually. No.
SuperCon did come out this weekend.
Yes, but nowhere near where it was filmed, right?
No, they had limited release across the country, but you can stream it on Amazon, I believe, and there's a couple other platforms. But the big news, of course, is Avengers Infinity War. I've seen it twice.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I've seen it once.
Well, I would like to think that my advanced ticket purchase and seeing it twice.
You know what? Right up your pooper, Brian. I got perfect seats, and I bought them Saturday afternoon.
Well, I would like to think, though,
Kiss
that my purchases helped
build the machine.
The $630 million weekend opening that this movie is going to make. That's domestic and foreign together. But $630 million.
It ain't no Black Panther.
That's
Wakanda forever, baby.
How much, what was it, Justice League made, or not Justice League, but Batman vs. Superman made in its whole run.
Well, that's because that movie sucked.
Right. So, your initial spoiler-free thoughts, Dave?
Man, all right, so that we have to do it spoiler-free is what really chaps my ass. But, look, it was okay. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was there. It was entertaining. They had lots of funny parts to it. But on the whole, I'm not happy with it.
Okay.
I'm just not happy with it. But I can't get into it because the movie just freaking came out. So I want my money back, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that
I ain't
bad?
going to see it twice.
Okay.
Screw them.
Well, for my part, I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought they did a really good job bringing the amount of characters on the screen that they did and the way they interacted. I thought that was fantastic. And it's definitely bring some tissues, right? Because,
Whatever. No.
What?
But you don't bring tissues. I mean, come on. It's a comic book movie, Brian. Don't be a pudding.
Oh, I know.
No. There's no reason. No. I can't get into it, but
okay.
No. It's whatever. I mean, that's what I feel about it because it doesn't matter. It's a comic book movie. Nothing. For Christ's sake. God.
So, do we have any clue based off of the slate of Marvel movies that are...
Black Panther 2, that's your big freaking clue. Suck it, Marvel.
All right.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
There's a confirmed rumor, I guess I could say, that the next Avengers movie is going to be titled Endgame.
Wow. Color me screw it. Don't call me nothing.
Okay. All right. Fine.
I'm definitely not buying my advance ticket. I'll wait till Saturday afternoon.
Fair enough.
Not funding the Hollywood machine.
Do you want to move on?
I love Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Love me some Star-Lord and Stark.
Yeah.
Probably the highlight of the movie, but Stark was a bitch the whole movie, too. Whiny. Just freaking whiny.
I don't think he was
whiny. He was whiny. I wanted to punch him right in his big metal head.
Okay.
God, see? I feel like we need to do like a podcast after this show just for me to vent and just call it Spoilers S Butts.
You know, we do have fans that are clamoring for more content from us. You realize that?
I'm well aware.
All right, fine.
Clamor.
Moving on. Jeff Goldblum.
I love Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, he apparently Ian Malcolm doesn't want to save the dinosaurs in Jurassic World 2.
Look, all right, our boy Derek Diamond, we were on his show a couple weeks ago, and I felt like we really just punched this poor guy right in his Johnson because he loves him some Jurassic Park.
Right.
And we were both like, no, we're out. Done. Don't care. Take your stupid little dinosaurs and go somewhere else. Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. I just don't care.
Right.
But they fleshed out some of the plot in the last trailer. And I had not seen that trailer until I was sitting in Infinity War.
All right.
And there's actually some plot back there. And surprise, surprise, the heroes are used as dupes. And now I'm about to say dragons, the dinosaurs are going to be used as weapons, So they're not just going there to save them. That's like the cover story. And I can buy that. I can get behind that flimsy-ass plot, but I can get behind it.
Oh, well,
I think this will actually be now people will be getting killed, and I can enjoy their murders. I'm all on board with their deaths off the island.
Oh, all right. That's fine.
I still want to see the theme park get through one friggin' opening day. Is that too much to ask? That Jurassic Park lasts one friggin' day?
All right. Fair.
God. It's always the roller coasters that break down.
Right. Jurassic Park is not my jam. I don't like the first one was fine. It's great. The rest of them, yeah, who cares?
I did hate it after Jurassic Park first came out that every friggin' TV show suddenly knew how to do dinosaurs. And, for no apparent reason, that Family Ties had a dinosaur in it.
Okay.
Hey, because we can CGI dinosaurs now.
Yeah. Okay.
Different Strokes had dinosaurs? No? All right.
Wait, where'd the Family Ties reference come from?
Because it was just the first 80s sitcom that popped in my head.
Okay.
There was no rhyme or reason to that.
All right.
Zero.
So there's some chatter that I saw on our Facebook page about Cyberpunk 2077 is rumored to be a first-person shooter.
Yeah, I don't know. With elements of role-playing / whatever you want to call it.
I don't really understand why people are kind of up in arms about this. There's so many games like Skyrim and Fallout and that are in the vein of a first-person shooter that are fantastic. That have
right, but they're not friggin' 2077.
Well, yeah, but I mean, just because you're using that style of gameplay doesn't mean it's not going to be a good game.
It's Cyberpunk.
So. I don't.
We're living it right now, Brian.
Well, we are.
Pretty soon, we're all going to get jacks in the back of our ears, plug right into the net.
I have been waiting for that.
I want a Cat 5 cable right here.
Cat 5 is old school. You got to go Cat 6.
Piss on you. I hate your face.
Yeah, well.
So you're not a fan of Cyberpunk?
No, I am. But I think CD Projekt Red is going to do a great job. It's going to be a great game. It's just there are people who are complaining about the first-person shooter style of game.
Well, Fallout did it right. You can choose your own adventure.
Right.
You can do it third-person shooter or first-person shooter.
Right. So
when I play Fallout, I'll always do first-person. Yeah. I hate to see the fake dude run because they never can get it right. They can't get it right. It's like you're like on a freaking trampoline or some crap.
All right. Well, you're pretty worked up.
I am. Calm me down, Brian.
Well, I'm going to get you more worked up.
God, no. Stop. You know what we're going to do?
What?
Here's the story of a playboy genius who was gearing up to form some sort of crew.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
One's a former Russian spy,
A god of thunder. One fought in World War
He's got like a caterpillar mustache.
He does.
Story of a handsome Star-Lord, like the greatest to
Chris
ever walk
Pratt's got some pipes, man.
Yeah.
And a falcon and a magic doctor.
Here he comes.
Wakanda forever.
Bum, bum, bum.
So then one day all the heroes were assembled to fight a villain who packed much more than a punch. And this crew was labeled the Avengers. That's the way we all became the Marvel Bunch.
I'm cruising down my road every day. Listen to this now.
Really?
I am.
It's well done.
Here comes Loki.
Hello, brother. Shut up.
Shut up! I love Thor even more now. I want to have big, beautiful Thor Star-Lord babies.
That's ridiculous, Dave.
But it's true.
Well,
All right. Now
since
my
you've
heart
gone-
rate has been lowered.
All right.
I'm in a good mood. Why don't you go and ruin it?
All right. James Cameron says Guardians of the Galaxy
F
is
him.
irresponsible science fiction.
What the hell is irresponsible science fiction? Hold up. Wait a minute. Pinkerton, you're on. I turned on your mic.
Hello there.
What the hell is irresponsible science fiction?
It means being stuck in the 90s.
Is that what that means? Oh, okay, well, see, we got it from a scientist.
Oh, yes. He'll be eating crow soon enough for that little tactical maneuver that he so misjudged.
I think he's just pissed, man. He's like, everybody's got better movies than me.
Yes, and he's stuck making another 5 of those stupid Avatar
Oh,
films.
God help us for Avatar.
Yeah, we don't need Pocahontas in space. Nobody needed it, right? And he's just angry. He's just bitter and angry. He just needs to go retire. You know?
Absolutely. All right, let's end on a high note, Brian. Let's talk a little Star Trek.
All right. Well, you have the skinny on this. You tell me.
Okay, so what is her name? S.J. Clarkson. She's going to be the first female director in Star Trek history. If she can make a good movie, I don't care if she's, purple and whatever. The thing, though, is that she's got a great resume. She's done Heroes. She's done a bunch of other things that...
Dexter, Jessica Jones, The Defenders. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that is a pedigree right there. So
Yeah.
I'm all on board. Now, the downside is that there is the potential that Quentin Tarantino's Star Trek film might not be made, but they have come out and said that they will. They've just pushed it back. So, I'm not sure if that's good news, bad news, no news. There's no good news like good news with Gary Gnews.
I don't think we need a Quentin Tarantino Star Trek.
We do. You're bleeping right, we do. We bleeping sure as bleeping bleep do.
Oh,
bleeping Klingons bleeping in space. Bleepity bleep, yeah. I'm all on board for Tarantino Star Trek. They got all worked up about one F-bomb in their show. Man, Tarantino takes the helm, man. We're going to call it effing Star Trek bleep. Yeah, I'm copyright that right now, Brian.
All right, fair enough.
Star freaking bleep.
Oh, man.
Trek.
Poor Gene Roddenberry is, twirling in his grave right now.
No, he's not. He's happy. He's bringing us all together. Bunch of happy Star-Lord man Thor babies.
All right.
Great world. A brave new world.
Guys, when we get back, we're going to bring on Skungy and his pick of the week. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. Mata Hari, Agent H-21 is a spy fiction short story anthology about the famous dancer, seductress, and spy from World War I. Mata Hari, Agent H-21, published by Pro Se Productions, has 7 rip-roaring adventure tales about the world-famous super spy that features her battling her enemies by using any weapons at her disposal. Mata Hari, Agent H-21 is available for purchase in ebook and paperback formats on Amazon.com.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Do you have a message or logo that you need the world to see? Then rely on the folks at Gretna Signworks to use their expertise to deliver your design. With over 15 years in business, Gretna Signworks can do commercial and yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, magnetic signs, vehicle graphics and lettering, and so much more. Gretna Signworks also has an exceptional network of suppliers, so no job is out of scope. Find Gretna Signworks on Facebook or visit them at 2125 Bell Chase Highway today.
Showcase Comics and Collectibles is celebrating 2 years of serving the pop culture community with an appearance of Kevin Eastman, co-creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Tickets are only $75, which includes 2 signatures, a turtle head remark, and a custom print made for the show by Tim Lottie. Showcase will be taking CBCS submissions so you can have your books graded. Showcase Comics and Collectibles is located at 1071 Robert Road, Suite 12 in Slidell, where you can pick up your tickets or get them through their Facebook page. Don't miss your chance to see Kevin Eastman at this special event. Friday, May 4th at Southport Hall, the Week in Geek radio show celebrates 5 years on the air with a blowout geek music party. Glitch Black, Billsbury Flowboy, and the Consortium of Genius will be bringing the best in nerd rock. Also, we're having a charity raffle for geeks empowering extraordinary kids. That's Friday, May 4th at Southport Hall. Doors open at 7 p.m. Only $5 in advance and $10 at the door for this special event. Get your tickets for the Week in Geek radio show's anniversary celebration at ticketfly.com.
My name is Optimus Prime, and you are listening to The Week in Geek. Autobots, transform and roll out!
Welcome back. This is The Week in Geek. I'm your host, D Squared with
Brian Held.
Brian, it's your favoritist.
It is.
Yeah, and then my least favoritist is this.
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
Skungy's Pick of the Week is brought to you by GameStop and ThinkGeek.com.
Skungy's Pick of the Week.
He might be an idiot savant.
Skungy, what's shaking bacon?
You know you love me. You don't hate me. I'm your favorite part of the show.
Okay, let's go with that. We'll play in make-believe land today. So what are we talking about, pal?
We're talking about God of War.
Okay.
Or Dad of War.
Dad
or
of
Boy
War?
of War. Or Boy of War. Whichever way you want to talk about it.
Now, this is the one where he's got his kid, right?
Yes.
When did he have time to have a kid?
Well, he actually had a kid before. I mean, So the God of War series has been out for about 12 years now. It came out, if I'm correct, it was 2005 when it came out on the PlayStation 2. I think this is the 8th installment in the series.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Traditionally, it was in the Grecian mythology. This one is now in Norse mythology. Now, I'm not going to give any spoilers of how or why things ended up the way that they were, but just know that he is in the Norse realm, and he does have a son now.
Vikings.
A new son.
A new son?
The new zoo, yes.
Okay. Good news with Gary Gnews.
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah.
So does it suck or not?
No, it doesn't. See, here's the thing. They could have rested on their laurels. The God of War series has been always a hack and slash. It actually created a genre all its own with it basically the context interactive cutscenes where you mash on the X button while you're watching a cutscene, or you move the analog stick in a certain way.
I thought Resident Evil
God of War
started that. I thought Resident Evil did.
Nah, not to the point of where you had like the Devil May Cry's picked it up, and Dante's Inferno, and all these other hack and slash games picked it up because God of War started doing it.
All right, I'll defer to your judgment.
But this one, they completely turned the gameplay upside down. It is no longer a hack and slash. The camera used to be pulled back further so you can, easily have all those hordes of enemies. Now it's a much closer third person, very much like, say, Resident Evil 4, how you had the cameras almost right over your shoulder.
Okay.
And they've changed it where hack and slash is not the name of the game. The combat's very more methodical. You have to counter, choose your, how you're going to attack. It's tough. It's difficult. Actually, a lot of people are saying it's more along a Dark Souls type of combat system than anything else.
Interesting.
Which Dark Souls is punishingly hard. So this game is not easy. It's not easy in any way, shape, or form. It's a challenging game. But they've done something different with it as well. With this God of War, it is the first time that it's an open world God of War. Before, the camera used to be fixed, where when you went into a new area, the camera was at a certain angle. You could touch it. You couldn't look around the area. This one, complete freedom of the camera, and it opens up an absolutely beautiful world.
So, God of War, Breath of the Wild, destroy the Nordic tundra.
Basically, yeah. I mean, you go
raise
into
your child
realms,
as a Viking.
Yeah.
So Kim
run
would love
into,
this.
you go into the realm of the giants, the realm of the dwarves. You go into all these different realms, and each one has its own setting, and it looks so beautiful because you can look anywhere. You'll know this early. It's not giving anything away. In Norse mythology, there's a character called the World Serpent.
Right.
You can see this thing wrapped around this entire lake area, and as the game goes by, it changes its position. But you can see it, and it's something really new and fresh for this series. And there are many different side quests depending on how you're going to play the game. You've got leveling up. You can upgrade your character. You can get new weapons and armor, and then you have your son. And it's not one of those stupid, let's escort him around and keep him safe. No, he's completely on his own. You don't have to worry about his health or anything like that. And he actually helps you out in combat.
That's kind of cool.
When do they bond? I just want to know about. Do they bond over the severed skulls of their enemies or what?
Let's just put it this way. I have not heard the word boy so many times in just that disappointed dad voice. It happens.
Come over to my house more, Skungy. Come over to my house more.
Exactly. It's it's like boy. He conveys every emotion, everything, every disappointment in the single word of boy.
Wow. I am Groot.
Right.
Exactly.
I am Groot.
So, but overall, this is a fantastic addition to the series. It's by far the longest God of War, and there are no cutscenes either. It's one big.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't have cutscenes.
So they went away from everything that made them what they were.
Well, it doesn't have the ability where it differentiates, where a lot of games where you stop and it's automatically, yes, there's a cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
It goes into a cinematic, but it doesn't change. It's hard to explain. It doesn't change
the end of a chapter or whatever,
or anything like that. It's the same thing from going from them doing a cinematic to you actually just walking around. It's all one fluid. There's no loading or anything like that.
So it's an active cinematic that you can move around in, but stuff's happening, right?
A lot of times, yes. When you're talking to them, you're looking around to the camera. Like I said, with that camera in cinematics, you can move the camera around and look in different areas when you're talking to somebody. It's really cool.
That sounds nifty. All right, well, Skungy, price and platforms.
Well, it is going to be $59.99 for the regular edition. If you can get your hand on one of the big collector's editions, those range about $130. But it comes with a great gentle giant statue, where they make fantastic statues, normally Star Wars, but this one they did a God of War one. And it's only on the PlayStation 4.
Man, why are you bringing that crap here?
But this is what they call a system seller, honestly. Hands down, this is probably one of the best titles that have ever been on the PlayStation 4.
You know that PS4 is outselling Xbox One, right?
I got a big finger for you, Brian.
Mm-hmm. I know you do.
You're number one.
I know.
Number one.
You're number one.
So, Skundy, do you have an Overwatch update for us?
Well, yes, I do. So
funny you should ask.
The second to last week of Stage 3.
All right.
So as for the standings for Stage 3, you got Boston up 8-0. You got New York, the Excelsior up 7-1. The LA Valiant is 6-2, and the LA Gladiators are 5-3. Now they're the ones who are in the playoffs. That is the playoff cutoff. Now Houston is 4-4, and they're 1 up. So they still got another week to see whether or not they're going to be in the playoffs for Stage 3. Now the overall standings. The New York Excelsior, once again, 25-31, number one. There's a gap now because Boston's 20-8, so they've got a good
Number one in
games
your heart,
lead.
number one in your program.
Yeah.
Number one in your program. London is number 3 at 18-10, and Seoul is also 18-10.
I don't care about any of these people. I don't care about any of these people. I want to know about Shanghai.
We're going to go down.
Get to Shanghai.
Shanghai Destiny, once again, 0-28.
Wow.
Telling you, Brian.
I think they're just going. I think they're purposely tanking now. There's no way that they cannot. I mean, come on, man. They've got to win at least a game. Somebody's got to feel sorry for them and go ahead. You know what? You can have this one.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, maybe they just need to look at getting some new players, you know? I mean, that's pretty terrible.
You know what? Why don't they do the water boy thing? You know, have the guy who's like,
that's some high quality
H2O. Their cords or whatnot.
Fair enough.
I'm getting it.
Can you hold the controller? Come on,
my thumbs are ready, baby.
Right. So, I mean, anything shaking up the league, Skungy? Is everything just kind of par for the course right now?
Well, right now, actually, they have. You can go and vote on the league MVP right now to see who's going to be this season's league VMP. It's going to be a fan voting thing. It's not going to be something taking care of the league. The fans vote on who's their MVP. So you can go do that right now.
That's cool.
All right. Well, where? Overwatch.com?
That's going to be the OverwatchLeague.com.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's cool. That's some nice, good fan interactivity for them. Good deal.
Sure. What you said.
Right. All right. I think we're getting close to a break, right?
Oh, yeah. We're done with him.
Yes. All right. Well, Skungy, thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate it. And you know what? I think I'm going to see y'all on Friday.
Yeah, that's right, because the party.
There's a party. I heard about
God
that.
Damn it, Brian.
He's on the guest list.
He didn't know.
It's not about I'm not going for the radio show. It's for Purvis now. That's where I'm going.
There you go.
All right.
Boy.
All right. Thank you, Skungy.
You're welcome, guys.
Guys, stay tuned. When we get back from these short commercial messages, our in-studio guest, the Consortium of Genius, will join us. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
In a New Orleans that never was and never will be, airships float high above the city while platoons of clockwork automatons patrol the streets below. In Storyville, pirates, streetwalkers, gamblers, and thieves prowl back alleys in search of their next mark. New Orleans by Gaslight, the premier anthology of locally written and locally produced steampunk poetry and fiction, all set in Victorian New Orleans. Buy it now, available in both paperback and Kindle versions at Amazon.com. New Orleans by Gaslight.
Friday, May 4th at Southport Hall, the Week in Geek radio show celebrates 5 years on the air with a blowout geek music party. Glitch Black, Pillsbury Flowboy, and the Consortium of Genius will be bringing the best in nerd rock. Also, we're having a charity raffle for geeks empowering extraordinary kids. That's Friday, May 4th at Southport Hall. Doors open at 7 p.m. Only $5 in advance and $10 at the door for this special event. Get your tickets for the Week in Geek radio show's anniversary celebration at ticketfly.com.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktieTans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
Mata Hari, Agent H21, is a spy fiction short story anthology about the famous dancer, seductress, and spy from World War I. Mata Hari, Agent H21, published by Pro Se Productions, has 7 rip-roaring adventure tales about the world-famous super spy that features her battling her enemies by using any weapons at her disposal. Mata Hari, Agent H21 is available for purchase in ebook and paperback formats on Amazon.com.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com.
Showcase Comics and Collectibles is celebrating 2 years of serving the pop culture community with an appearance of Kevin Eastman, co-creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Tickets are only $75, which includes 2 signatures, a turtle head remark, and a custom print made for the show by Tim Lottie. Showcase will be taking CBCS submissions so you can have your books graded. Showcase Comics and Collectibles is located at 1071 Robert Road, Suite 12 in Slidell, where you can pick up your tickets or get them through their Facebook page. Don't miss your chance to see Kevin Eastman at this special event.
Welcome back to The Week in Geek. Don't forget, you can listen to previous episodes on the iHeartRadio app at The Week in Geek Radio Show. Here are your hosts, D Squared and Brian Held.
Welcome back. This is The Week in Geek. It's D Squared with
Brian Held.
Brian, it is about that damn time.
It is. We have 2 wonderful guests in studio with us from the Consortium of Genius. Here with us is Dr. Milo T. Pinkerton III.
Hello.
The founder and leader of COG. And then Dr. Z, the bassist for the group.
Oh, hello. How are you doing this fine day?
Fantastic. So we're so glad to have you guys in studio. You guys have been on the stage, to my knowledge, 22 years. Is that right?
Yes. And people still aren't paying enough attention.
Well, apparently, because this entire time, I believe your goal is to take over the world?
Right. Any moment now, we shall be taking over the world, just as we have taken over this building.
Yeah, well, clearly we are...
Wait, how did they take over the building? What happened?
Well, I feel like I'm being held hostage
We're not locked in, are we?
From the ground up.
Or from the top down, whichever way you want to look at it.
Ground up is what you'll be if you don't shut up, Dr. Z.
So
I can feel the love. Look, it's like looking in a mirror darkly right now here, Brian.
It is. So, Dr. Pinkerton, tell me, how would you describe your music?
Excellent.
It's lab rock, of course.
Lab rock.
Yes, lab rock.
Okay.
Like the dogs? The Labradors?
No, not that kind of lab.
Labrock either. People keep pronouncing it Labrock. It's
Kelly?
not. It's Lab Rock. Short for laboratory.
Like,
yes.
oh, Kelly LeBrock.
She
Weird
might
science,
be at the party, right?
No, that wasn't. Right.
No.
It was. No.
I don't know.
I'm so confused what's going on
Yes.
here.
All right, so Lab Rock. So I do find it interesting that you guys don't do concerts. You actually do lectures.
That's right. Invariably, our concerts turn into lectures. Everybody learns something.
But of course they're loud and raucous like a concert, but it's more of a lecture.
Okay.
You will learn something there.
And you will rock, or else.
Fair enough. And one of the things that I find really very interesting is if you've done this entire time that you've been a band, you've done so without a drummer, right?
No, we've had a drummer.
Well, like not a human drummer.
No, of course not. Human drummers are not to be trusted.
What, are they fallible? What, do they only have one arm?
So many things.
The drummer
could
from
go
Def Leppard
wrong.
only has one arm.
Yeah.
Oh, ours has 2 metallic arms. Ours is a robot, of course. Designed and built by me.
But it is not the current robot that you were thinking of.
No.
the robot you have been speaking of was Drumbot, who was with us for many, many years.
Yes, he overstepped.
Yes.
He has been fired, ladies and
But
gentlemen.
did he try to take over the world or something?
No. No, he was showing up late. He was dallying with superheroes. All sorts of things gone wrong. We had to let him go. Forcefully.
He never shows up and helps us load in or out. He gets all the chicks. I don't know what his problem is. He's got an attitude. He's tried to kill us many times.
Maybe he left. He went to go work for Westworld.
Actually, he's got a solo career going. I did hear he put a single out.
Yes, we wish him the greatest of luck with that. I think the single is called Just Say No to H2O.
Right, yeah.
Form your own conclusions about that.
Yeah, I did. I heard about it, yeah. All the robot children drinking oil. It's
sad.
Yeah.
Sad.
It's all about the rust.
So, well, tell me, because isn't next Friday going to be the unveiling of
my greatest achievement, Drumbot 2.0. As a matter of fact,
what?
I've had pieces of him brought up here to the studio.
Really?
I'm not sure if you can hear that.
I heard something. It was robotic, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we got like a head here that's kind of talking to us?
Yes, a talking head. All right, no, he's a member of the consortium.
It sounds like
not the talking head.
It sounds like the robot from the Midnight Star. No parking, baby. No parking on the dance
He likes
floor.
that. He does like
He does?
that.
Well, then
yes.
I like Drumbot 2.0 already.
Nice. So we're going to see him in his full glory at our party next weekend.
Oh, yes, he will be leading the rocking from behind.
For the first time in human history, we will have a second robot drummer.
Wait, you're going to have two or just a different one?
A different robot drummer.
An upgrade, as it were.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Version 2, right.
Yes.
All right, so, I mean, how do you guys come up with your music, right? I mean, you're scientists. Is it an experimental
The music,
process?
of course, is a byproduct of the science.
Really?
Yes.
How's that work out?
It works out extremely incisively.
Yes.
What kind of music? Good music.
In fact, this next lecture will be all about my triumphant return from my very terrible failure at my experiment against
Dr.
gravity.
Z, I've had to replace parts of Dr. Z with robatic elements
Yes,
as well.
I was curious about that. What that was on his arm. It's not like nuclear powered or anything, right?
No.
hydraulic.
I had this terrible failure with an experiment with gravity, and had to have parts of me replaced. And it's bigger, better, and stronger. Didn't cost $6 million because upgrades have gotten better since then.
Right.
But it's sort of good. Yes,
We can help you, too. We can put that Ethernet that you've been desiring to be installed in the back of
behind
your
my neck.
skull.
Yes, let's do it. We'll do it Friday, May 4th at Southport Hall.
Dr.
Right.
Z, bring
But of course,
the drill.
Yes,
Bring
yes.
the cranial drill.
But we must mention that side effects can include
Rust.
I will give you a list of side effects later, but
yes.
you'll be okay with them, I'm sure.
Yes, you will survive, we promise, even if we have to jolt you back to life.
So I have a robot here in my studio. You have a robot in your studio. Can we have like a robot dance off? I like this. We're gonna do this later.
Okay. Awesome. So what kind of lecture can we expect next Friday?
We are going to
good
bring
one.
the metal.
Bring the metal. All right, I like that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw a post. You were asking about what metal people think that you should bring. I mean, have you made a decision yet?
Wait, metal people or metal fans?
What sort of metal? Obviously, he knows that some people will be made of metal.
Right.
Right.
Like our drummer.
Yes.
Right. And then you have a mallet of metal, right?
Oh,
yes, of course.
The most powerful in the entire dungeon, as I understand it.
What? What is going on?
It's one of their songs, Dave.
No, see? Nobody tells me anything.
Well,
You need to pay careful attention.
I don't do that very well.
that's hard for him. All right. Well, cool.
I have buttons behind here. I can't stop myself.
Yes. Quit playing with the buttons, Dave.
Okay.
I don't even want to touch that. So, anything you've been working on new lately that you want to talk about while you're here? Any new songs that fans haven't heard before that you're going to be unveiling?
I promise you that you will hear something new if you show up Friday, May 4th.
Right. At Southport Hall.
At
It's
Southport Hall.
doors at 7.
Yes, show
Yeah.
starts at 8.
Okay. Cool.
Promptly?
Yeah.
Promptly.
Or else.
Well, where can we find you on the net or Facebook or Twitter, Instagrams, all that jazz?
www.consortiumofgenius.com.
Yes, that is the most direct route.
But then also that we are on the Facebook, yes, and what else? The Twitters or any of the others? I don't know.
Yes, we do have a Twitter feed. All of these various links are on consortiumofgenius.com.
Oh yes, of course.
Ah, so consortiumofgenius.com.
Yes, and your whole music library is out there as well?
Yes, our music library is available on, CD Baby, iTunes, Rhapsody, Spotify, all the various...
Rhapsody.
Yes, all the various outlets.
Yes, and you, like I said, you could go to consortiumofgenius.com and you can download videos, or it will bring you to the YouTubes, and you can watch the videos there. And we used to have a television show, so you can see some of the television show episodes and all this other fun contents.
Yes, you can immerse your mind in something that will do it a great deal of service.
So wait, hold on. I didn't realize you guys were on the TV. What was the show?
It has been a number of years, hasn't it?
Yes, it was the COG TV show on...
See, TV doesn't like competition.
No,
you can't try to take it over.
The television was destroyed by our show.
It was back when the cables were useful for getting TV. Now nobody uses the cables anymore.
We destroyed that.
But it was on Cox
That
10 back
network.
then, and we had the show, and it was very nice.
So are you friends with Dr. Morgus?
Dr. Morgus and I have an understanding. Let us put it like that.
Oh.
I will not destroy his lab, and he will not come anywhere near mine.
Well, not anymore after the restraining order. he did actually have a little bit of a problem with that last experiment that you had. I think he... Oh, never mind.
I've been wondering where Chopsley went.
Yeah.
Is Chopsley Drumbot 2.0?
Oh,
no,
wow.
No, it's all robotic, right? Oh, no, I saw a nod.
No, it's 100% robotic.
Okay, good.
In fact, I have actually had to program it to rescind all 3 of the 3 laws of robotics.
Rescind it?
You can't do that. You can't put them back.
Well,
It's much more expedient to do so.
You must do it if you want him to do what your will.
Right, exactly. Because the chief job of the robot is to provide loud, impressive drumming. But the second job of the robot is classified, and I'm not going to reveal to anybody except for you two.
Oh, okay. Well, what is it then?
Well, it's basically to destroy my worst enemy. Yes, it is to seek out and kill my worst enemy.
And who's your worst enemy?
Well, this robot's task is to find that out, isn't it?
Oh, so you don't know who your worst enemy is. It'll go find out.
It will find
what if it's wrong?
and destroy my worst enemy.
Well, what if it's wrong?
Well, then
I programmed it. How could it possibly be wrong?
Then you'd be saying Dr. Pinkerton is infallible. And
I would never say that.
Yeah,
no.
Right.
That could never happen. No, never in a million years.
Of course not.
All hail Cog.
All hail Cog.
No, bow to the Cog.
Bow to
Bow
the
to
Cog.
the Cog.
There you go.
Cog. Say it with me.
What?
Bow to the Cog.
Bow to the Cog.
Cog. You have to say Cog when I say Cog.
Okay.
Bow to the Cog.
Cog.
See, like that.
Yes. All right.
Do, re,
You're very slow to catch on, but once we drill out the back of your cranium and install that jack in the back,
yes,
everything will be much quicker.
And then he'll be a jack in the back.
All right, guys, if you want to see and hear the fine
you
lecture.
Thought I was bad. I love them. They're like riddled with ADD like me. It's
I know,
awesome.
it's great. So if you want to hear the lecture from the fine members of the Consortium of Genius, Dr. Pinkerton and his whole cast of scientist characters that are going to be on stage, that's next Friday at our anniversary party at Southport Hall.
Excellent.
Doors at 7, bands fire up at 8.
Ticketfly.com.
Tickets are $5 in advance, $10 at the door. Plenty of other stuff going on, and a great charity raffle / auction.
Good God.
Will there be cake?
That might be the one thing we don't have, but you know what? We can fix that real quick. Somebody bake us a cake.
Dave's in charge of the cake.
I am not in charge of the cake. But no, look, we got the guys with the VR coming out.
Yes, Inexcel Entertainment.
Will they be punching pie?
I was told they would be punching pie.
There is a kitchen at Southport Hall, so I believe there will be food there, and of course the bar. You know, you
That's
can get
all
your
I'm
drinks.
interested in.
I know, and I knew you.
Liquor is quicker. Candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker.
All right, guys, stay tuned. When we get back from these short commercial messages, we'll close out the show as we always do with This Week in Geek History. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. Showcase Comics and Collectibles is celebrating 2 years of serving the pop culture community with an appearance of Kevin Eastman, co-creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Tickets are only $75, which includes 2 signatures, a turtle head remark, and a custom print made for the show by Tim Lottie. Showcase will be taking CBCS submissions so you can have your books graded. Showcase Comics and Collectibles is located at 1071 Robert Road, Suite 12 in Slidell, where you can pick up your tickets or get them through their Facebook page. Don't miss your chance to see Kevin Eastman at this special event.
Do you have a message or logo that you need the world to see? Then rely on the folks at Gretna Signworks to use their expertise to deliver your design. With over 15 years in business, Gretna Signworks can do commercial and yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, magnetic signs, vehicle graphics and lettering, and so much more. Gretna Signworks also has an exceptional network of suppliers, so no job is out of scope. Find Gretna Signworks on Facebook or visit them at 2125 Bell Chase Highway today.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com.
Mata Hari, Agent H21 is a spy fiction short story anthology about the famous dancer, seductress, and spy from World War I. Mata Hari, Agent H21, published by Pro Se Productions, has 7 rip-roaring adventure tales about the world-famous super spy that features her battling her enemies by using any weapons at her disposal. Mata Hari, Agent H21 is available for purchase in ebook and paperback formats on Amazon.com.
The 8th annual Lemonade Day is set to take place Saturday, May 5th. Lemonade Day is a free, fun, experiential learning program that teaches kids how to start, own, and operate their very own business, a lemonade stand. Registration and participation for Lemonade Day are free, and all youngsters are encouraged to participate. To sign up, learn about ways to get involved, or to see a complete list of sponsors, visit lemonadeday.org/Louisiana. That's the 8th annual Lemonade Day on May 5th.
Friday, May 4th at Southport Hall, the Week in Geek Radio Show celebrates 5 years on the air with a blowout geek music party. Glitch Black, Billsbury Flowboy, and the Consortium of Genius will be bringing the best in nerd rock. Also, we're having a charity raffle for geeks empowering extraordinary kids. That's Friday, May 4th at Southport Hall. Doors open at 7 p.m. Only $5 in advance and $10 at the door for this special event. Get your tickets for the Week in Geek Radio Show's anniversary celebration at ticketfly.com.
Welcome back to the Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Like them on Facebook at The Week in Geek Radio Show. Here are your hosts, D Squared and Brian Held.
Welcome back. Thank you, Voice Guy. As always, we want to strongly urge people to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek. Check out our website at twigradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at twigradio and the Instagram's The Week in Geek. Now, Brian, how can people listen to this lovely show?
Well, if you missed any part of tonight's show or you want to catch your favorite part again, you can always find us on Spreaker.com or download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. We're also on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher. I'm trying to get us on Spotify, Google Play, the iHeartRadio app, and at WRNO.com.
At this point, it probably would be easier to say the places we're not on.
Probably.
All right. So now, look, also, we want to welcome in a couple of new sponsors right now.
Absolutely.
Showcase Comics with Kevin Eastman.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I know. Showcase Comics and Collectibles in Slidell. They're going to have Kevin Eastman show up. So if you want to get your Turtle stuff signed, just go to check out their Facebook page or give them a call. They're selling tickets at the store off the page, and that's going to be awesome. I met him. He is a wonderful dude.
Yeah, and you didn't speak evilly about him at one point. You praised him. I don't know if you remember that show. You were talking about how he said he wouldn't sell out, or I forgot. It was a whole sellout speech you gave.
Well, yeah. I mean, the dude friggin' used his Turtles money to buy Heavy Metal Magazine. That was his dream. That's what he wanted to do.
And good on him.
Yeah, I don't think that's a sellout.
Now, also another dream was your dear and lovely wife getting published, and didn't she do that?
Yes. So my dear and lovely wife has been published by Pro Se Productions. Yes. And this book is Mata Hari, Agent H21.
Mata Hari.
Yes, The Eye of Dawn.
Funk on it, Brian.
I know. And so that book is available on Amazon, both as print and an ebook. She just got her copy the other day, and it's very cool.
Oh, cool. Well, good.
Yeah.
It is always a very surreal feeling to have your first book in your hands.
I know.
It's pretty damn awesome. All right, let's get to it, baby.
All right.
This week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future!
Yes! Oh my God!
This Week in Geek History is brought to you by Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, read by Brian Held. Available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. This Week in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Da-na-na, da-na-na. Wow.
All right, Dave, I think this is by far the oldest entry in all of our history. You ready?
Okay, sure.
April 24th, 1184 BC. Greek forces penetrate Troy using the infamous Trojan horse.
Penetrate.
I did.
Yes. Oh, so the Trojan horse.
Yes.
Helen of Trojan. See, what are you doing to me?
What?
Why would you do this?
That's it.
I'm a child.
Yeah, I know.
You penetrate Trojan. I mean, I can't win.
I know.
Okay, but I love history.
Yes, it is a fantastic historical item.
I did not like that movie Troy with Brad Pitt.
You didn't?
It was all right, but I'm pretty. My Achilles didn't dance and pirouette around when he was wholesale murdering people.
All right,
not mine.
All right. Next on my list is April 25th, 1939. DC Comics debuts what will become its second major superhero, Batman, in issue 27 of Detective Comics.
Yeah, which one? There was one Batman where he just drove around in a regular car. It wasn't a Batmobile, and he wore like a fedora.
Yeah, I think so. He also shot people back then.
Good on him.
He had a revolver.
Good on him.
Right.
I don't blame him. That's the only plus of being a vigilante.
Batman doesn't shoot people, Dave.
Well, in your iteration of Batman, he doesn't. Mm-hmm. My Batman does.
All right.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's cool. All right, April 26th, 1983. I love this one. Tandy introduces the TRS-80 Model 4 computer, featuring 4 megahertz of, I don't know what the hell that is, but a Z80A processor, 16 kilobytes of RAM, a cassette interface, and a bunch of other stuff. It was $1,000.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Or $2,000 with the 64K RAM upgrade.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty good stuff. The old trash 80,
yes,
as we lovingly call them. That's when I learned BASIC on.
Did you really?
I did, yeah.
All
Back in 12th grade, I think it was.
Good for you.
Yes.
Uh-oh, wait, what's that, Dr. Z?
I had the Model 3, so it was before that. It came with 4K. It was, I think, $1,200. It had the cassette to record the information on.
Yeah.
And I did upgrade it to 64K later and actually added a floppy drive onto it.
Floppy drive?
That was a couple $100 for that upgrade, yes. Sweet. It was very, very difficult.
The floppy drive, that's what the save symbol is, right?
Yeah, it still is. I'm looking at it right now on here. That's great. All right, what's next, man?
All right, on April 27th, 1990. Touchstone Pictures releases the science fiction comedy film Spaced Invaders.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
I loved it. That was the Orson Welles theme with the guys with the big green head?
Yes.
That was the best movie ever.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was...
it needs awards.
Right.
It needs awards, damn it.
Oh, yeah, it was... What did it gross?
Nothing, probably.
$4.5 million domestically on its opening weekend.
That's great.
Right.
I mean, it beat Marvel.
No, it didn't.
I'm pretty sure it did.
Not even with inflation. Oh, jeez. Speaking of the Hall of Justice, that Deadpool sling in the friggin' the Deadpool 2 trailer. You're so dark.
You're so dark.
Are you
sure
from the DC
universe?
Yes. Love that. All right. On April 28th, 2001. The Soyuz spacecraft TM-32 lifts off for the International Space Station with the very first space tourist, Dennis Tito. He paid $20 million for his ticket to space.
Wow.
And it exploded.
No, it didn't.
Oh, no, that was the teacher, right? That was the teacher on the...
Too soon, dude.
Too soon?
Yes.
It was like 40 years ago at this
too
point.
soon, dude. That was tough, man.
Oh, my God.
All right, last one on my list.
We all watched people die on television. They're like, come on, everybody at school, let's go watch the space shuttle.
You can't
and then
sell me on
blew
this
up.
one, Dave.
No,
right.
because I didn't call in sick the next day.
All right.
I went to school. I watched people die on TV. And I went to school.
April 29th, 1979. Battlestar Galactica ends its one and only season on ABC.
Really?
Yeah, the very first Battlestar.
Star Kabakala?
Yes.
That's what I call it, sorry.
Right.
I had a speech impediment as a kid.
And then it came back later as Galactica 1980.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Oh, yeah. That was
wow. I really got 1 minute left. So screw the birthdays. Let's talk about the anniversary party.
All right. May 4th.
Southport Hall. I mean, like, it's not even, 5 days from now?
It is 5 days from now. It's Friday.
Not even.
Okay.
It's 4 days.
Fair
May
enough.
the force be with you with the cog.
Exactly what he said.
So
there he is.
Yes. So May 4th, Southport Hall, doors at 7, tickets 5 in advance, 10 at the door.
Absolutely. 3
great musical acts, Glitch Black, Billsbury Flowboy, and of course the wonderful Consortium of Genius.
Also known as the Cog.
Cog.
Yes. And a great charity raffle for Geeks Empowering Extraordinary Kids.
Exactly. Thanks, Alex.
Oh, yeah. And we've got tons of stuff still rolling in right now. Great stuff that's going to be available.
In Exile Entertainment bringing out the VR gear. I mean, it's going to be, and we got the LA Ghostbusters coming out. And we got all these
Ecto 1 is on the rack. It's not coming out.
We got to go. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.